Hi everybody and welcome to the weekly analysis for the week of 4 to 9 June. This is Thinus with my kind of top ideas for the week. So we're starting with the Euro USD with the majors, and the biggest tip I can give you guys this week again is to keep an eye on the DXY chart, the Dixie chart, the dollar index chart. The dollar index chart broke above the 200 on Friday. There was a big rally in the dollar. There was a deal for the debt ceiling, as well as a very good jobs report for the state. So the dollar rallying on Friday. What this means is we need to be a little bit patient and just see where the chips are going to fall. Just let the dust settle a little bit. So as I said, on the Dixie, the candle broke above the 200. And what I'm looking for is signs of it either to keep on going, so keep on going up on the DXY, or vice versa on the Euro USD, inversely correlated, of course, going down. So bearish candles closing above the previous day's lows, any kind of clue that we're going lower or higher. So with that in mind, Euro USD 1.07, interesting to long. If you remember, we've been speaking about this kind of range for a while now, so up, down. So this kind of range, it's never going to be perfect, of course. So this is interesting to long, but I do need bullish signals, bullish clues that it is going up. This big bearish candle closing at its close, so there was no profit taking, closing of positions at the end of the day. This could very easily keep on going down, and it's very possible. So we're looking for clues of it either going down, coming back up, or for whatever reason, if it breaks lower, we're looking for classic M2 to break out, pull back. So bullish signals, we're looking to long it, and I'd be targeting 1.106, so the range. If it breaks lower, we could see a challenge. I suspect these kind of structural areas over there, this kind of area there looks interesting. So a little bit of patience required. Bearish signals, breaks down, causes a little bit of a double top, or any, if you guys, those of you that use candle patterns. So anything like that, we'd look for breakout, pull back. Bullish signals, we're looking to play the range back up, and that goes for most of the majors. As you can see, they're chopping along there at an EMA, 2 EMAs actually. Just lift this a little bit. So stay patient and look for the clues. And that, as I said, goes for all the majors especially. Pound USD, very similar. 1.23 is my kind of line in the sand. And again, we're looking to play this kind of range. If we get bullish signals over there at 1.23, alternatively, plan B, if it breaks lower, we're looking for that pullback. USD Swissy looking at spot 9.3 to short, as well as spot 9.4 if it breaks a little bit higher. So anything in these two areas to short. Again, of course, if it breaks higher, pullback, we're looking to target these areas over there. Not going to happen soon. Right now, we're focusing on spot 9.3, spot 9.4. Multiple reasons for the stop in both those regions. Aussie USD looking at spot 6.8 as a key area, even a little bit lower now with these EMAs turning down. So spot 6.7,500, spot 6.7,200, anything this kind of zone. If we zoom out, you can see big area, even right back here to 2020. If you can see my little cursor. So those are the two key areas. Again, we need to be cognizant that the possibility of a breakout, pull back into this area, and then this strategy, this theory, a bull trend could form. But right now, 6.7,300 to spot 6.800, anything in this kind of zone for a short. New Zealand USD, very similar. Area looking at is spot 6.2. So multiple reasons for the stop. Nice big round psychological number. We're looking for this idea over there. And of course, if it breaks higher, we could look for the pullback and target these big areas at the top, which I think we will get later this year personally. So this kind of area, 6.500 as a target if it breaks higher. Otherwise, shorting from spot 6.2 based on what's happening on especially the Dixie. USD CAD formed a nice little double top over there. Little bit of CAD weakness recently. Area we're looking at 1.33600 for a potential long. If it breaks lower, I'm still looking for breakout, pullback, and then back down to 1.3, which is a massive area for this pair for a long. So A grade long, 1.3, it's miles away at this stage. If we get a breakout pullback to the 1.33600, 1.33700, even a little bit higher, looking to short it, and we could play this as a range again. But double top, very bearish signals. Big candle closes last week, big candle on Thursday as well, battling at the 200. Zoom in there a little bit. You can see they're battling at the 200, so if we do get a break lower and that momentum, we could look to short. In USD yen, nowhere near anything resembling a stop at this stage. If it gets down to 136.600, 13500, anything in this kind of zone, if you just zoom out there a little bit, you can see interesting area, big area, some consolidation at this area. But right now, nowhere near anything that resembles a stop. Those of you that have time and on the smaller time frames, this could be an interesting earth and sky setup. So down, pull back, and taking it further down. But again, this is very bullish candle. You could almost see this as a train track. Those of you again who know your candlestick pattern. So this bullish engulfing candle, so engulfs this previous candle, bullish signal. So we need those bearish signals, and then price to stop into in this area over there. Right, then looking at some of the crosses, euro pound, very nice setup this week. We had a break below a key area, spot 86500. What we're looking for now is a classic M2 breakout, pullback, and then taking it that's shorter. So very nice classic forming setup. One to keep an eye on definitely. I would target 84560, 84600, anything this area as a good take profit. Just looking at this over there, this nice little breakout there. Again, price likes to retest these areas. Euro CAD, a lot of CAD strength. What I'm looking for is a break below 1.43. So if we get continued CAD strength, so breakout, a retest of this big area, you could even test a little higher. We need to keep an eye on the EMAs. And then to short, if it breaks higher for whatever reason, so if we stop getting that CAD strength, something happens to the oil markets, etc., we could look for this, and we play this as a range. It is not too bad if I remember correctly. Yep, 160, 170 range. So again, playing this kind of range if we stop getting this weakness on the Euro CAD. Euro Aussie, A grade area too long, 1.58. Of course, not that close to that at this stage. Multiple reasons for the stop. All the EMAs. For those of you that are comfortable counter trend trading, have time on the smaller time frames perhaps, this is an interesting setup. So if we get a kind of retest of this area, so 1.62, we could look to trade it lower into that key area there. A lot of weakness on Friday as well on the euro. Of course, as the euro was weakening against the dollar, euro tends to weaken against the other currencies. So big bearish candles last week, and if we get maybe a little bit pullback, a bit of a pullback, and then continue the trend down into this key area over there. Aussie CAD, another kind of classic looking setup. So we had the breakout. We're looking for the pullback into this area to keep an eye on the big round psychological number, 0.9. So we're looking for that kind of idea over there, targeting these previous lows over there. Again, a lot of CAD strength last week, so keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on oil. I wrote a blog about oil a couple of weeks ago. For those of you, you can go back and have a look at that. But spot 0.9 is the key area. Multiple reasons. EMA is starting to turn down. You're looking for this kind of idea. Now on CAD, this is actually a really nice setup. It is a counter trend trade, so just be conscious of that. So we had a previous big area, so this massive area over there, and I'll zoom out, that makes sense. You can see there, this is a big area. I could extend this little rectangle. Let's grab it. You can see, wants to play along. You can see there, that should jump out at you, that area there. Multiple touches, multiple tests, consolidation, big area. Price was always going to battle to get out of there. You can see that is what we would call a fake out. So it looks like it's going to break out and breaks right back in. So what I'm looking for now, again, this is a counter trend trade. I'm just trying to enlarge this a little bit for you guys. You can see I'm looking for that break into this area again, below these EMAs, these 255s, and I'm looking to short it back down to the bottom of this kind of range, so anything to these EMAs, even a little bit lower. So one spot 63200 and one spot 67 as a kind of range. This is a really interesting setup, high probability setup if it breaks back into this one spot 67 area. Pound Swissy, another really nice setup. We had this channel line, trend line. Remember, it's subjective. If you're putting any kind of channel or trend on your chart, it's purely what you see, it's not necessarily what anybody else is seeing. So we had, again, a bit of a breakout out of this trend line, similar to this kind of idea where it looks like it's breaking out and then breaks right back in. What I'm looking for is price to break back into this channel line. So below this 200, below this channel line over there, personally, maybe a bit of a retest of the top of the trend line as well, channel line, and then moving down to the bottom of this. So nice setup as well. If it can break back into this channel line, you can see close below the 200, prefer another close below the 133, one spot 13 area. So another close into this area, into the channel, and to take it to the bottom of the channel. I'll explain more in the live session on Tuesday, but for right now, similar concept to the previous pound CAD where we had a fake out. So it looks like it's going to break out of this consolidation, which this is, and then falls back in and continues to consolidate in these kind of perimeters. Aussie New Zealand, really nice setup again. Crosses looking a bit better than the majors this week, perhaps. One spot 08500. So big break into this area on Friday. We want a bit of a pullback to get these reasons for the stop, to get these EMAs as barriers, and then we're looking for price to go higher. We could target these structural areas and even finally this big 200 over there, which I think is the long-term target. So breakout, we need the pullback. It's too far away. If you were to take it right now, you're looking at 130, whereas if you can get it in there, you can narrow it to 50, 60. So way better risk reward if you stay a little bit patient and not try and chase the price. Then New Zealand yen. So again, a bit of a plan A, plan B setup. 84,400 is the key area. It did break above there, but this does look bearish to me now. If this price struggles at this area and you get another couple of bullish signs, you could look to long. If this breaks into this 84,400 area, we could look for the pullback. And again, similar to a lot of the other concepts today, looking to play this as a kind of range to these previous structural lows. So this kind of area there where prices battle many times. So this kind of 80 or spot 800 area. So breaks in, pullback, take it lower. If it struggles at 84,400, we could look to long it. Had a bit of a double top. This high wasn't able to breach this double top high, so this is bearish to me. So it could struggle there, and then break in. So I want to keep an eye on, make a note to monitor it. If it goes back in there, we could look to play it back down to these key areas there, 79, 200, 88, 80, 800 as two key areas. So again, plan A, plan B setup as well. And that was me for the week, guys. The other one, I'll quickly look at pound Aussie. Struggled at this big area. Let's get a one spot 912-ish. So big area, and you can see there selling right. Or sorry, let me get a bit of a view of this. So if we get back to this area, if it tests this area again, one spot 9291800 area, look to take it back down. Alright guys, that's me for this week. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for the live session. Make a note somewhere of some of these setups I've shown you, especially the ones where we're waiting for it to break back into a range. Keep an eye on that. You could have a nice counter trend trade and then trade it with the trend again in the same week. It gives you a couple of options, but mainly stay patient and keep an eye on that DXY chart. Look what's happening on that chart. If the dollar's weakening, is it going to strengthen? That debt deal might be very good for the dollar for the next month or so before it gets worked into the price. Again, as always, guys, stay patient, watch out for the correlation, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Cheers.